It's an old school rivalry between the victors, the Michigan Wolverines, and the Golden Domers, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Tradition versus tradition. Gotta love it, and we're breaking it down here in 3, 2, 1, go.
Warning. All prediction and preview videos are recorded on the Friday prior to the week of the games covered. As a result, any injuries, benchings, and any and all information available to me and each team's last performance are unknown at the time of recording. As the season goes on, these will be more and more accurate. In other words, enjoy.
Alright guys, so Lego on Fuego records on Fridays, which makes it very tough to preview a game like this ahead of time. For him, and I'm not speaking for him, I'm him, okay? What I'm saying is, not knowing what's going to happen in the Michigan-Penn State game makes this a difficult game to preview in advance. If they lose in that whiteout game at Penn State, which I imagine they will, and most of us imagine they will, I think that's it for the Wolverines. They'll have 2 losses in the Big Ten, which means they're no longer in contention for the Big Ten title, and they will have looked bad pretty much the entirety of the season, which a lot of people didn't expect. It's a disappointment as a Wolverine. Lastly, Harbaugh's butt will be that much hotter. No, I meant that as an analogy, not... Never mind. The point is, if they pull off the unthinkable on Saturday against Penn State, they could possibly hang in there with my Irish. But with Harbaugh being 0-7 as an underdog and 1-6 in road games against ranked teams, I think we're safe to play off that narrative and move on. You know, I've heard a lot of people say last year that week 1 game, Michigan and Notre Dame, was actually a pretty good football game. And to those people I ask, were we watching the same game? Let's just call it what it is. Had Michigan not scored a late touchdown, and had we not gone with Brandon Wimbush and known that Ian Book was a guy from the start, Maize and Blue would have folded that day like they did, well, against Wisconsin this season, or Florida last season, or Ohio State last season. Take your pick. Patterson didn't look great in that game, only 227 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Michigan only ran the ball for 58 yards compared to our 132. In fact, Michigan only averaged 1.8 yards per carry, and it was 21-3 at halftime. Now, what do you think happens if Ian Book goes up 21-3 against Michigan? Yeah, he hammers this one home. My boy has a 14-2 touchdown to interception ratio, 17-2 if you count rushing touchdowns. Compare that to Patterson's 9-3 ratio, and well, let's just say that Shea Patterson might not be the 5-star quarterback he was presumed to be. And here's where we really win this one. Nah, dog, it's my turn. You've had the floor long enough. Let me give you reasons why we win this game. 1, this is in Ann Arbor, not South Bend. We fell down early 21-3 because the game was on the road. It was the first game of the season, and the boys were jittery. 2, Ian Book is good, but he's no world beater. I like our defensive secondary in this game a lot because they are much more athletic than they were last year. They should be able to keep up stride and stride with your receivers and limit Ian Book's options in the passing game. 3, Shea and the offensive unit have not looked good this season, but guess what? We're still winning, which tells me that if eventually they show up and show out, we're gonna be a very, very good football team. Here's hoping that happened this past weekend against Penn State. And if it does, you're in trouble because that Notre Dame defense isn't what it was last year, and if Shea's slinging it, you can't guard our receivers. But if I am being realistic, they're not just gonna completely flip the script overnight. So I suspect that this will be a grinded out, tough game with good defense for both squads. And we're comfortable with that. The more we make you earn every single yard and every single inch, you'll eventually wither away the way you did against Georgia. Did I mention that you beat them and then 2 games later, they lost to South Carolina? Yeah, I'm sure they came in with the same amount of enthusiasm and hype against the Gamecocks as they did the Irish. Teams play down every now and then against lesser opponents. You of all people should know that. What I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted earlier was that 12 of your players, 12, have fumbled the football a total of 17 times this season, and they lost 9 of them. Those 17 fumbles are the highest in the nation. That's outrageous. When that's happening every now and then, it's a bit of an anomaly. But when it's happening pretty much every single week, that becomes a habit. And in a game that, as you said yourself, will be a defensive, grinded out type of game, don't you think that those turnover woes could play a huge factor? Yeah, I think they just might. Many of those fumbles have either been inside the red zone or at your own 20 or within as well. Blow your opportunity to score against us or give us a short field, you could be in for a very, very long day. Like I said, beat Penn State, you might play us close, but we'll still win 24-20. But lose to Penn State, you will be completely deflated, and we'll take full advantage of that. I like the Irish like 33-13 if that were to happen. Either way, we're walking out with your hearts. Go Irish. You're not gonna disrespect me like that. Nope. Nah, I'm not exactly going out on a limb saying this here, but there's one or two things that Michigan can do here. We can either shock the world or we can prove it right. And of course, Paul Feinbaum is part of that world. Let's hope we beat Penn State and we keep that momentum going against you. I'm rolling with the winged helmets, baby. 27-24. Go blue. Go blue, baby. Woo! Crap. I try not to be biased. If you're a Michigan fan, here's the question of the day for you. Will the offense sputter again against a very good Notre Dame defense, or will it get its crap together? Give me a reason why, regardless of what side you take. If you're a Notre Dame fan, here's my question for you. If I told you that someone on your offense showed out against that aggressive Michigan defense, who do you think it would be and why? Also, just for fun, go ahead and give me some stat predictions for that person that you mentioned. Regardless of what team you pull for, I'd really appreciate it if you join me on my journey in creating the most entertaining, fun, and exciting college football content for you. Thank you guys very much in advance for considering subscribing. Y'all keep it classy now in the comments below and this weekend. And for all you Midwest people, here's a pro tip. Don't be overdosing on that Carmex as the wind and cold starts to pick up. You'll be looking like you had way too much red Kool-Aid all over your lips. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch me today. I hope to see you again soon. Take care and God bless.